Yeah. New Gospel.
You want to talk about New Gospel?
Do you want to talk about New Gospel?
Maybe not. Oh God, here we go.
That's the people that I show. That's usually the one, the number one.
Really?
Yeah.
New Gospel is the one that makes me the most nervous about putting out into the world.
Wow, right? Nervous? Why?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Well, it's different from most everything I've ever written. I mean, New Gospel is very much about sort of the outside world and my kind of feelings about what's kind of happening, what's kind of going on. Most of all my writing is very internal.
That's a really good point. I didn't really think of it that way. Like, it didn't strike me like that, but you're right. You don't really write a lot about like observational, topical kind of, yeah.
Yeah. So I find that to be really challenging. I mean, obviously, if you want to talk about the world, you have a lens that you see the world through, and you have, your particular biases and things like that. But, for me, the feeling, and this just all originates from a feeling, but the feeling that this song comes from, I feel like you have to really talk it through. I feel like I can feel two things at once, right? This is the most important part about the songs, that the ability to hold two kind of ideas in your head. The first off is as a Southerner, and that's what this song is really about, is about kind of being a Southerner and that Southern identity.
Careful.
Well,
easy.
Exactly, right? Yeah. I mean, we're already on thin ice when I say I'm from the South, and it's kind of like, whoa. So on one hand, I have this kind of feeling of, I had this feeling that we are always sort of as Southerners being sneered at, that we're always sort of looked down upon, that we're always, we're always called racist. Mm-hmm. We're always just the sort of lower class of individuals in America because of where we come from. So I always feel that, you can, it's very easy to kind of parse it out, but I always sense that. And what happens is that I feel defensive, right? I'm like, wait a minute. Why are you, this is not me. Why are you doing this? Mm-hmm. And then, but on the other hand, there's a recognition of, our very, very, very troubled past. Mm-hmm. So these two ideas kind of coming together is really what this song is about. And then the idea that, we have to look back, but then we have to look forward. We have to take pride in who we are, but yet we have to acknowledge that, there's been some really terrible things done. Mm-hmm. There's some curse words out there, but how in writing a feeling in a song like this, I mean, how else would you describe antebellum slavery other than being some really terrible shit? Mm-hmm. Like how else would you say that? I don't know.
Oh man, I had maybe this isn't for the podcast, but you just reminded me of something crazy that happened recently. Speaking of, anyway, go ahead.
Okay. That's after hours shit.
Tyler Reed After Dark.
So, this song was really challenging for me because I felt like I was up on a high wire, and I felt like that any misstep, and it's like this turns into either total cheese or this turns into something that can be perceived as a white nationalist anthem or perhaps some kind of utopian, naive utopian dream. I feel like where people...
Well, that's the thing about like reality today, or lack thereof, is like it will be all of those things to somebody.
Right.
You're going to check exactly that box depending, because for the people that want to be angry and that need to scream and yell, that you actually address in the song, like, somebody's always going to be mad about something and not understand and not kind of not be able to hold two ideas or see things multiple ways. There's a lot of tunnel vision and tribalism and like lack of understanding for the sheer sake of just being angry and just needing to sort of try to champion some idea that, I totally get what you're saying for sure. It's just like the South definitely gets a lot of the brunt. Even, and people sort of forget slavery was a national, a global thing that it's still going on today. But yeah, it's like, how do you sort of, the narrative does kind of get put on Southerners. You can't change that, Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's kind of, what is the kind of the right way to feel about that? How do you describe being proud of where you're from? But yeah, how do you addressing, issues from the past and all that stuff? But, I don't know now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know how anybody could listen to that chorus and be like, you white nationalist, you calling it bad shit, that's not good enough. Call it something worse. Whatever.
Yeah. So. Well, that's where we are today. You said it. I mean, we're in a place where, an idea can only be so complex, if it's going to be discussed in sort of the mainstream discourse. There's only so much complexity allowed. And, thank God for sort of long form podcasting and things like that, where people can really play with the ideas and really explore them in ways that sort of I would say the Overton window of the mainstream sort of media, we can't go there. There's just not enough. I don't know, maybe there is, but there's not a hunger maybe to see that explored with those mediums.
It's not allowed to be explored.
It's not.
There's a narrative and a script being read, and it goes down. That's what's disheartening to me, is it even goes down to like local news. Like Conan O'Brien used to do the things where like he would play all the local news people saying the exact same thing, and it was always something stupid like, this Black Friday, you're going to get in a real struggle getting through the door of Target. And it goes to the next one in a different city. It's like, this Black Friday, you're going to get, and they just put the emphasis on a different word. And he plays it. It's like a 5-minute thing. And he used to do that a lot. Now, of course, now people online are doing it for more serious, like political things or whatever. Yeah. You just sort of see that there is a narrative. There's a strategic message and kind of thing that's going to be allowed to be said. So that's where I'm just like, the news is out the window for any type of discussion. Anybody that tries to go on Fox or CNN to get their idea across, don't do it, because they're not going to let you say what you're going to try to say. So it's just like, it is sort of up to, that's the beautiful thing about the internet. It's beautiful and ugly all at once. And it's things like podcasting, where you could, like a Joe Rogan Experience episode can be 3.5 hours long, talking about some really deep stuff, or it can be them just getting high as shit and talking about, aliens or realms or
mostly
whatever, it's kind of like whatever.
Yeah.
And anybody talking about anything, it's, and of course you get attacked for that too. 'Cause like, you're giving a platform to blah, blah, blah. It's like, it's called a conversation, and you don't have to listen to it. That's the beautiful thing about podcasting, if it doesn't look interesting. But that goes back to what we're saying. People want to be mad. People want to be angry. So they're going to listen. They're going to listen the hell out of that thing so they can be more mad and get on Twitter and scream. But that's neither here nor there.
Sure.
But no, lyrically, I love this song. I think it's awesome. I think that it's like I said, I hadn't really thought of it like being a sort of different type of writing for you. But like, but as far as being nervous, we got nothing to lose, man. What are we gonna get canceled? We're not,
You can't cancel me. I don't exist.
Yes, we canceled ourselves. We're out, baby. So I don't know. I don't think that there's anything to be nervous about. I thought you were gonna be like, I really don't want my parents to hear me say shit in a song or something. But you're right. The sort of topical, the subject. Everybody's going to get in trouble. No one's safe these days. Everyone's going to get yelled at.
I just feel like I'm going to be on the news somewhere, noted white supremacist, Lish Starshine.
Change to the next day. Noted white supremacist, Lish Starshine. Click back to the one in Ohio. Noted white supremacist. It's like, just... The script starts, the next thing you're on Conan O'Brien.
That's right. That's right. But, man, here's the deal. In a song is not a theological treatise. A song is not a political program. Mm-hmm. A song is not, a song is a feeling.
Yeah.
and this is, again, back to what we're saying, a very specific feeling about the way that I feel about being a Southerner, and how that if you're like, tell something to the world, and I would be like, well, we got a lot of problems, and we need to work on it. We need to figure it out, and we need to try to move forward. There's a lot of great things about what we do too. I mean, we can't just say that, everything is terrible. We can't say everything is great. It's like it's like a relationship with, your wife or whoever. It's like there's things that need work. There's things that are great. Your relationship with America is kind of the same thing. It's like we've got to understand that there's some great things, and then understand that there's things that we need work, man. We've got to improve on, and that's generally my feeling, and that's putting that into a song form. I felt it to be a real challenge, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm smart enough to try this, but we put it out there, and we'll see what people think.